through their chest, but I'm sure someone could figure out how to do it. It's hard. It's really hard. Try it. Breathe through your mouth and try to expand your belly first. It's just very hard. But so we want one and belly. If your belly is expanding first, that means your diaphragm is moving down. And then as your breath gets stronger, so as the belly expands and the diaphragm goes down, the belly's expanding, then the rib cage, then maybe the heart. Don't worry about it. Don't stress it out. When you're first trying to change it, worry about the belly expanding first. Then what happens is there'll be a going back down on the exhale, and you'll feel it going down, down, down. You might feel it kind of around here, maybe not at the chest and then in the belly. But to stress out about 1, 2, 3 is not a good idea. But so I highly recommend that you lie down. And if you're not sure what's going on, lying down is easier than seated to figure it out. I'll show you this since we're mat day, and we'll get moving. But this is so important. It really, the poses are not nearly as important as this, because as you heard Ed say, he feels so much better. And that, you know, like really breathing, they say yoga's or movement is medicine. I think I want to change it to breathing is medicine. Breathing and movement are medicine. So it's a lot easier to play with your breath when you're lying down. You can do it in bed in a position like this. And then you have one hand on the belly or both and breathe in. You might not be able to see it, but my belly's expanding. If you can't feel it, this is super great to use. A big heavy bean bag or a bag of beans or a bag of rice, something that's got some weight to it, put it on your belly like this, and then breathe in and out. So it's giving the tactile feedback that the belly's rising and expanding on the inhale, and then softening back down on the exhale. So there's a breathing in, and there's a breathing out. So highly recommend lying down. A lot of people do not feel it when they're seated. Okie dokies. Any more questions about the breath before we start moving? It's key. It's key. Doesn't matter about the movement nearly as much as the breath.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone then. Enjoy.
All right. Am I unmuted? Yes. I moved my computer, so let me change this very fast. Otherwise it gets discombobbled and then I can't see you guys. Okay, we're good. All right, great questions, great questions. Belly expands first. It's hard to change these habits. You've heard me say it, I'll say it again. Between 22 and 25,000 breaths a day. That's what we take. And it's a really hard thing to change. So you want to build it into your routine. When you take a rest, when you're seating, waiting for something, you can do it standing, but it's a lot harder. The best is before bed, really, or when you get up. Take a few minutes to feel your breathing in and out. And if you forget, set your timer. Set your timer. And those of you, some of you put your timers on to take medicine. Take your medicine and then maybe practice your breath. That could be a great way to remind yourselves. So it's that important. It's like brushing your teeth. It's that important. All right, I'm off my breathing soapbox, and let's start with the breath, and we'll bring some movement in pretty close to right away. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Now, if you've got allergies, that might be tough. Breathe in. Breathe out. I highly recommend nasal rinses. Breathe in and breathe out. It's really an old Ayurvedic tradition or practice, but now the ENTs recommend it. Let's inhale and take our arms out to the side like we're gonna fly like an eagle. Go wide with your arms and then exhale and float them back down. And let's inhale and bring the arms forward. And then exhale down and out to the side. So inhaling forward, belly's expanding. Exhaling down, belly softens. Inhale, arms rise, belly rises. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms forward. Open the arms up wide. Bring them together. Interlace your fingers and press the palms forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands to the top of your thighs. I'm going to sit a little forward in the seat. It makes it a little easier to do cat-cow. Feel your feet planted on the earth. Exhale, round your spine as you press your palms in towards your thighs. Your elbows may bend out to the side. And then inhale and lift up. Press your palms forward. Yep, you can go upward. If you're ready to go upward, go for it. Not everybody's ready in their range of motion yet. Exhale, chin to chest. Push your palms down. Inhale, we lift up. So generally, downward movements are exhales. So cat pose. Inhaling is generally an upward movement. There are exceptions, but for now, let's go with that. Release your hands, lower them down, circle the shoulders. So think about inhales as upward movements and exhales are downward movements. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, you guys got your straps. I want to show you something. If we ended the class on Wednesday talking about the neck, and I showed you taking the strap behind your head, but I want to show you with a towel. You can use the strap. We never push the head. I mean, we never force the head, and we really don't push it. You can take like a towel like this. You don't have to get it now unless it's nearby. And you put it behind your head and grab the sides of it, and it looks like this. So you can do this with the yoga strap, but this might feel better with the towel. So you never push your head forward. I'm not pushing it forward. Take your head and push it back into the towel or this yoga strap. It gives you an idea where your head should be. Notice how it feels. It should feel good. If something doesn't feel right, stop. But we're pushing the head into the towel, or I'll do it with the strap so you can see the difference. There's really no difference except this might feel a little better. I'm going to release that and show you with the strap. And so it's going underneath.
Can you walk back towards your chair because we can't see your head?
Oh, thank you.
You.
Thank you for telling me. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so I had the
I
hair.
couldn't tell how far up you were going on the back of your head.
Okay, I'm going to do it again with the towel because it's white. I think you'll see it better. And for some reason, my hairband is not here. So I apologize for my hair being in the way. But here we are like this. So it's the towel should fit like a little bit behind your ear and over it. Oh, sorry, I went forward and then you couldn't see me again. So like that. I'm sitting there trying to get closer to you and actually you can't see me.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're gently pressing the head into the towel. The elbows are forward. They could be out to the side, but you're not going to get the same. It's better if they go a little forward. You're pressing in. You can do it with the yoga strap. Make sure you're not pushing your head too hard. I don't want to hear about any injuries. This is a gentle pressure. It probably feels better with the towel. Try it later. But you guys are always asking for neck things. And I saw that when I was, I saw another teacher doing it when I was attending a training recently, so wanted to show you that. All right, you can let that go, although if it feels good, yeah, come back to it. Because what it's doing is it's giving you feedback about where your head should be. Let's drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out. Inhale, head rises. You can always use your fingertips to lift the head back up. The head is heavy. It's a heavy, heavy bowling ball. Let's exhale and drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, head rises back up. Let's take our arms up overhead, one or both, and you might have your elbows bent. Side bend towards your right. Then move forward in your chair, like kind of like you're scouting for something. And then inhale back up. So we're making circles, and your arms don't have to be exactly straight. Just you can curve them. We're just making circles as we lean forward, up and around, and let's reverse that. So towards the left and forward, feel your feet press down into the earth as you lean forward and come back up and around and about. Good. Take your hands to the top of your shoulders. First twist. Feel your feet. Even if you have neuropathy, sense your feet touching the mat. In fact, lift your toes. No staring at them, lift them. And then exhale and place your toes back down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, place them back down. Let's twist towards the right. So the right elbow's moving back. Inhale to center. Twist towards the left. Head turns last. Move back to center. Again, towards the right. And circle towards the left. And inhale back to center. Take your feet and bring your heels together. Press your toes down, knees out to the side. So you're pressing your heels in towards each other. And you're feeling a little stretch as you press the balls of your feet down. So we got butterfly pose going on here. And then exhale and drag your heels out to the side. Sitting tall. Now, breathe in. On the exhale, pull your heels back towards each other. Not easy. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, press them away. Exhale, pull them in towards each other. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, lower them down. Bring your heels back behind your middle toes so you are in parallel position. Inhale, lift your right toes. No looking, spread them. Exhale, lower them. Inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, lower it. Inhale, lift your right heel, push your palm down into the thigh, heel rise. So there's resistance. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left toes rise up. Grow tall through your spine. Keep your vision about at that horizon, not down there at those lovely, lovely toes. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, heel rises. Exhale, lower the heel back down. On your next inhale, push your thigh into your palm. Make sure that the shoulder's moving back as well. Exhale, release. Now both palms press down into your thighs. Shoulders are up and back. Take an inhale. On your exhale, press your palms into your thighs and your thighs into your palm. This is one of those instances where the effort is on the exhale. And we've got movement going up. So don't pay any attention to me. Just do what I said. So now we're going to exhale and lower the heels back down. Take an inhale. On the exhale, push your thighs into your hands, hands into your thighs. They lift up. Exhale, release. Swing your arms forward. We lean forward. Swing your arms back. We lift back up, and you might even take your arms slightly behind you. I got a wall here. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, swing them back. Elbows may be bent. Lean forward. Now, I'm looking up at the screen, which is actually not a great way to demo this because then you see my head lifting. Don't lift your head. Try to keep your spine in line and the crown of your head, it's at a diag. So there's this diag. I'm going to turn to the side. The head is in line with the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, there's a lifting, and the spine and the top of the head are all in line. My head's not here, it's up here. Take the arms back, inhale, swing them forward and up. That's why that towel helps. It helps you to figure out where your head should be. Swing it back, lift it up. That's beautiful. Swing it back, lift it up. Next time, keep the right arm forward, left arm back, maybe gaze at your left arm. Switch it up. Left arm forward, right arm's back. And switch it up. You might gaze at your back hand, which is all great. The palm is turning away, the thumb is upward in the back hand. So the palm is facing towards the right. Switch it up. Now the palm is facing towards the left. Inhale, both arms lift. Take a side bend towards your right. You could be holding the chair with your right hand as your left arm reaches. And then switch it up. You got it. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out as you lower the arm down. All right, time for a little sun salute action. Just warming up a little bit. It's getting colder outside, so we can do a little bit warming practice. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale out to the side. Release the arms down towards the earth. Inhale, look halfway up. Take your palms to your thighs. Draw your shoulders up and back. Exhale, release the head, release the arms. Inhale, take your arms out to the side, lengthen your spine. There's a beam coming from the top of your head. It's beaming forward. Feel your shoulder blades on your back as you pulse your arms upwards and back a little bit. Push down through your feet. Inhale, rise up, arms lift, hands at your heart. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, they lift. You might take your gaze up to your fingertips. Exhale, arms out to the side. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Release your hands down towards the earth. Inhale, hands to the thighs. Draw the shoulders up and back. Breathe in as you draw your shoulders up and back. Breathe out as you release your spine and your head towards the earth. Press down through your feet. Inhale, take your arms out to the side. They lift up as you push down through your feet. Hands at your heart. Awesome. Let's find warrior two. I'm not very weighted here today. Bend your right knee, take your left leg, either it's going to be at this 90-degree angle or the leg is going to extend out to the side. If you feel like standing, feel free. Feel free. We will be going down to the mat. So knee is over heel. Knee is over heel. Then we're going to inhale and float our arms up into a T. Lean forward like you're going to grab something. And then lean back. Lean it forward. So you're towards the front knee, which is your right knee. Lean it back behind you. Lean it forward. Lean it back. Come back to center. Inhale, arms move forward. Exhale, they move wide and out to the side. Inhale forward. Exhale out to the side. Let's find a reverse warrior. Left arm down, right arm up towards the sky. And elbow may be bent. Push down through your feet. Inhale's the upward movement. Exhale, forearm to the thigh, arm is over the ear. Beautiful, over the ear. Let's take a little pause here, not in breathing, but to feel. So feel the sensation of this side angle pose. Breathe in and feel some length and expansion in through your belly and your body. Breathe out, soften the shoulder back down. Breathe in, feel length. Stretch your legs so you push them down and you press them outwards. Exhale, gently pull them in back inwards. Relax your shoulder if it lifted. Press down to your feet. Lower the arms and bring the legs back together. Back together. Let's walk in place a little bit here. So lifting one knee, drop it, and then the other. Feel some sensation on the bottom of the feet. You can play with lighter or a little bit more. I don't want to say heavy. We don't want to slap the foot down, but you do want to feel a sensation. So somewhere between gentle, always gentle. We're not looking, do no harm, right? Do no harm, but see if you can feel or hear your foot as it presses down into the mat. Good. And now let's walk it. So swing your arms, alternate arms, swinging as you lift. Doesn't have to lift high. You get to play with that. How high are you going to lift your knee upwards? So here, you're just going to alternate your breath. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. And don't worry about whether it exactly matches the movement. That's it. Come back to neutral. Let's rock forward and back. Rock forward and back. Lean back. Pull your belly in. Keep your heart lifted. Maybe come up onto your tippy toes. Inhale, lean forward, lift your heart. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, lean forward. Awesome. Relax the hands. Let's find warrior two on the opposite side. So you can extend the right leg out to the side. Make sure not to torque your knee or keep the knee bent. We sit tall. So we lift up and out of the waist. Take your arms into a T. So they're facing, it depends the way you're seated on your mat, but my arms are towards the long way of the mat. Gaze over the front shoulder. Then we're gonna lean towards the left leg and lean back behind us. Lean towards the front leg, lean back. So it's almost like a wave. You can just kind of wave it. I want you to feel what it's like to be on the edge, leaning back, and then leaning forward, so we can somehow find our way to center. Let's go to center. So now shoulders are more over hips. Then bring the forearm to the thigh. Maybe the back hand goes to your hip. Then you lift it up and overhead. That's it. Tip the tops of your ears slightly back. When the ears are forward, that means the head is forward. So the tops of the ears right here, we bring them back a little bit. That helps us to find where the head should be. It's very tricky to know where to put our head. You can tell how we have different ways of explaining it. One way may resonate with you and you go, oh, that feels right. And then another way may not. Let's inhale and lift up and maybe find the reverse warrior. Back hand may go to the side of the chair if your leg isn't back behind you. And then reverse it. So wave it a few times. Yeah, just kind of move fluidly. Keep that water element going. Water element is going. You might increase the stretch each time. You might take a pause. And then come back to stretching long over the ear. Push down through your feet. Maybe you gaze up. Ask yourself, is my neck stressed out when I do that? If it is, turn the head slightly downward or maybe all the way downward, but try not to drop the head forward. So there's a difference between looking down and dropping the bowling ball down. Try to lift it up, top of the ears move back. Push down through your feet, rise up, bring the left leg to meet the right. Who would have thought that yoga had all this posture element to it? But it does. It absolutely does. All right, let's cross right thigh over left. Hug your legs towards each other. If that doesn't work, because it doesn't always, our bodies are different. Hug shins towards each other and knees towards each other. So either one. Then take your right arm underneath your left. Give yourself a hug. Good. Turn your torso towards the right a little bit. Inhale to center. Turn it towards the left. Inhale to center. Maybe lift the forearms. Lift the elbows. We're in eagle pose. Maybe come up onto your tippy toes of your, so tippy toes, both feet. Press them down as you lift up. Exhale, lower the heels down, open up the arms. And once again, cross right under left, lift the heels. Good. Push your elbows away from you. Feel a stretch behind your shoulder blades. Good. Lower the heels, open it up. Beautiful. Unwind your legs. And other way, left over right. So ankle over or shin crosses over or thigh over thigh. Left arm on top, or first we'll do our hug. Left arm over right, big hug. Can't forget the hug, it's as important as the breath. Big hug, really feel the sensation of hugging yourself. And then take a breath in while you're hugging yourself. And a breath out, you'll feel the expansion on the inhale. Breathe in. And then breathe out and you feel the softening on the exhale. Then maybe you lift the elbows. Lift the elbows up and away from you as you hug your legs towards each other. This is eagle pose. This is eagle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Turn your elbows towards the right. See, it's kind of constricted, isn't it? Then turn your elbows towards the left. Inhale back to center, lift your toes up. Breathe in and breathe out. Exhale, lower very slowly the heel back down. It's either going to be one or two heels. I said both last time, but if you're crossing the shins, then both feet are, the toes are pressing down. But if your leg is up like this, it's only going to be one set, only the bottom leg. Heel is going to rise, toes down. And let's open it up. Relax your arms down, shake them out, and we'll find our way down to the mat. Bring your blankets and your tie and your block with you. And so take your time to get down there and do it safely. One of the best ways is to put your chair against the wall and then a blanket under your knees. Chair can't move if it's against the wall. And then we slowly come on down. Some people lower one knee like that and then the other. That's probably the most common way. So we're going to come down. I'm going to move the chair out of the way so it won't be in your, won't block your view. And then let's do some yoga push-ups. We haven't done those in a while. So we're going to come down on our knees and our hands. And knees are about hip distance apart. You can have two blocks. A lot of people have sore wrists. So if your wrists are sore, you might want to put your hands on two softer blocks. Or you can roll the yoga mat, and you could double the yoga mat too. So I'll show it with the blocks here. And so you can see my shoulders are a little bit higher up because I'm on the blocks, but that's okay. So when we exhale, we're going to pull the belly in. This is the difference. So we're going to bend our elbows, pull our belly in, slowly lower down. Elbows are in towards the side. Then I'm going to push down to rise up. That's the inhale. The reason this is because whenever we're doing core work, the breath, the exhale is on the effort. So exhale is on effort when we're doing core work. Let's do that again. I'll take the blocks away, but you can keep them. And here we go again. So we lean forward, exhale, bend your elbows, belly pulls in, tailbone moves down towards the heels. So in other words, the belly's not sinking down when we're doing core work. The ribs are pressing up towards the back of the shirt. Exhale, we bend. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, bending, elbows into side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. Take your hips back. And then forward, bend elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take hips back. They're not going back all the way. Inhale, forward. Feel the weight in your hands. Bend your elbows, lower down. One more time, and then you might keep your elbows bent. It depends on your shoulders, how tight they are. You might take your hips more towards your heels. That's going to depend on your hips and your thighs. And we're in a child pose. You might keep your knees closer together, or you might widen them for your child pose. You might stack your forearms in your hands and rest your forehead there. If you have tight shoulders, this is probably where you want to be. And now we can feel our breath here. This is for people who like child pose, this is a great place to practice your breath. For people who don't like child pose, it's not a good place to practice your breath. So we'll take a few breaths here, and you can discover what you think. Breathe in. You feel the belly expand towards your thighs. Breathe out. You feel that softening back down. Breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to lower down onto the belly. So come on down. You can remove the blanket or keep it. If you tend to have lower back pain, you might just like it there underneath your pelvis area. We'll come into Sphinx first. So elbows are underneath shoulders. Elbows are under shoulders, and press your forearms down. Now notice you don't want your head going back like this. That's too far back. We got to find that place where the top of the ears are moving back, but there's no crunch in the neck. So we're gazing forward and down. I'm gazing towards my thumbs and my fingers, pushing the forearms down and pulling the elbows towards me. Feel your legs lengthen back behind you. Then slowly lower, take your hands to the side of your heart. You can press the ridges down, you can press the fingertips down, or you can press the whole hand down. So you have choices. You might start by pushing your fingertips down and then lift the right leg and stretch it back and lower it down. Notice how the head is lengthening forward. It's not down on the mat and it's not crunching back. Then lifting the left leg, stretch it back, lower it down. Push down through the fingertips, draw the shoulders up and back. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Press down through the fingertips as your heart rises. Exhale, lower the belly back down. Inhale, heart rises, head follows heart. Head follows heart. Doesn't matter how high you lift. In fact, you don't want to go too high because then you're going to dump in the lower back, and that doesn't feel good for many people. One more time. Press down, rise up. We are in a Cobra Pose. You might have your ridge tops down. You might have your palms down. You might have your fingertips down. Not one is not better than the other. And then exhale, release down. And walk your arms forward. They can either be in elbows bent out to the side, or you can straighten your arms forward in front of you. Then you're going to inhale and lift the right leg, stretch it back. My head is up, but it's not lifting too high. It's just lengthening forward. Exhale, lower the leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg, push down through the forearms. I'm actually got my pinky side down in my hand. So I'm karate chopping the earth. Push that side of your arms down, pinky side down, and lower that leg down. It was up for a while. Now we're going to lift the left arm and the right leg. Stretch long, toes back behind you. Try to keep your pelvis level. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Pelvis is level. Heart is lifted. Exhale, release. Let's lift arms and legs. Perhaps, or you could alternate again. This is a little harder. Now your elbows can be bent like this. So they're out to the side more like cactus. Lifting arms, lifting legs. Legs are straight back behind your sitting bones. Toes are spreading, even though you can't see them. Kind of nice to bring your arms into cactus. Maybe try it even if you had your arms forward. You might even take your arms forward and then pull them back into cactus. Exhale, release, take a little break. Stack your palms, relax your forehead. Another great place to practice your breath is on your belly, as long as you're comfortable on your belly. Obviously, if you are not comfortable, your head's not comfortable, your back's not comfortable, you're not going to do it. But if you are feeling okay on your belly, this is a great place to practice your breathing, because when you inhale, you're going to feel your belly press into the mat, the floor, the earth. As you exhale, you'll feel a softening. It won't be so much pressure. And you breathe in, you'll feel the belly expand first. Exhale, out through the nose, belly softens back down. Just like this is a great place to practice. You can turn your head one side, forehead down, or towards the other side. So we breathe in, and you can imagine breathing, nurturing air and love to your lower back, especially if you get lower back pain. And then exhale, release. You can send the breath anywhere in your body. It's like sending love to your body. You can say, I want to send love to my legs. Take a breath in, send love to your legs as you breathe. And then exhale and let it go. Okay, we're going to lift on up. So we place our palms by our sides. Draw the shoulders up and back. We don't miss an opportunity to do a cobra on our way up. Stretch your toes back, shoulders up and back. Lift your heart. Now from here, we're going to pull the belly in, curl the toes under, lift up, find your way to a table, to a cat pose, chin is to chest, to a cow pose. We inhale, heart lifts, top of the ears move back, exhale, cat, nice stretch. You can feel the head, the heavy head moving towards your chest. Inhale, lift up, and let's come down onto our sitting bones. Come down onto your sitting bones. I'm going to face forward for butterfly. Please place a blanket or a block under your buttocks to support your lower back. Almost all of us need to do that. 1 or 2 blankets, maybe a pillow. These Zafus, you know, these are made out of that BB stuff, and look how high they're thick they are. So you want something that's going to support your lower back. Then from here, we're going to sit tall. Our hands are at our ankles, and you can move the feet closer or further. Now, if you're sitting in 2 chairs, you can still do butterfly pose in 2 chairs. If you don't want to be on the floor, or if it's more comfortable for your back, you can certainly do this pose in 2 chairs. And if your hands reach your feet, go ahead and massage your feet. Go ahead and press the padding of your thumbs into your arches. We showed a few different exercises on Wednesday where we were playing with our toes. If you reach your toes, you can go ahead and bend them back a little bit, one at a time. I've been collecting my bands. If you have thick bands that you find around the broccoli, it's usually broccoli or asparagus, those thick bands, collect 1 or 2 so we can play next week with lifting our toes with them. Hint, hint. So here we go. We're pulling the toes back, lifting the heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. Good. Then we're gonna leave the right knee bent and take the left leg out to the side. And then you might take your hands back behind you and rock forward and back so you feel your sitting bones. Just rock it forward and back. So when we're rocking back, we're really rocking so that our spine is tall. And we rock forward, you might start to feel the sensation a little bit different in your legs. Stop when you feel sensation. Take a few breaths here. So you can play with pointing and flexing your foot. That's long. The leg is long. We'll get to the other side. And then sit back up, push your heel down, lift your knee up. Exhale, point your toe, lengthen through your knee. Lift the knee, it bends, push down through the heel, pull the toes towards you. Exhale, point the toe, the knee lowers back down. We sit tall. You can have your hands out to the side or forward or a little bit back behind you. Draw the shoulders up and back. Maybe take one hand to your belly, breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. Lean forward once again. See how far it takes for you to feel sensation. Doesn't mean you're going all the way down. It means that you're feeling sensation. Generally, it's on the inside of the leg. Generally, it should be on the inside of the long leg. Maybe some going on here on the inside of the bent knee. And we're going to lift up tall, come back to butterfly. Let's do a twist right here. So twist towards your right, left hand to right thigh. Pull the right shoulder back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose and in through the nose and out. Twist the other way. So this is a seated twist, which you can do, by the way, you know, we do it in the chair. So now it's right hand outside, left thigh, or just touching. Wherever it touches, don't worry about exactly where the hand touches. Draw the left shoulder up and back. Fingertips are touching down either onto the blanket or back behind you. Keep tall through the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. And now we're going to lengthen the right leg out to the side. So you can bring the leg forward or out to the side. Generally, people feel more comfortable when the leg is out to the side with their back. If you go too far, you're gonna feel it too much in your inner thigh, so you might need to bring it in a little bit. You get to make those little adjustments. Let's point and flex the right leg. You can even circle the ankle around. And then we're gonna rock back a little bit and then forward. So we're really not going back, we're just coming back up. So it's forward and then back straight up. Notice how you roll a little bit forward on your sitting bones as you come forward. We want to keep tacking our hips down. You want to feel like the back of your leg is gently pressing down into the mat and the foot is flexed. Then we lift up. Keep feeling that energy of the back of the leg pressing down. Lean forward. Try to keep your chin in the place where your back of your neck is long. You could take your hand behind your neck and feel it. If you take your head too far back, you're going to feel a bend in the neck. So, and if you feel the head going forward, you're going to feel like the bones are pressing and they're curving. So then we just find that spot where the neck feels long. Maybe stay here for a breath or two or 3 or 4 or 5. The more you stay, the more you feel. If it's too much, you back off. Inhale, walk your hands back in towards you, bend your knee, push your heel down, and then point your foot, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend, pull the toes in towards you, knee lifts. Exhale, lengthen. Lifting, lengthening. Lifting and lengthening. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend your knee, bring the foot back towards the left foot. If you have a block, take the block, place it in between your feet and press your feet into the block. If you don't have a block, you could use, actually a tissue box would work, or this exercise ball could work too. But gotta be careful. Well, you can use it. You're pushing your feet into it. It's just a little bit different. I think the tissue box would be better. So you're pressing your feet into it. Notice how that feels. If it's too much, take it out. If it's not enough and you think that your hips and your thighs can handle it, go ahead and turn the block now on its side. So it's vertical. When I look at it, it's vertical. And then breathe here. Your footprints are pressing into the side of the block. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, most of you are going to stop there. I'm going to show it, but that doesn't mean you should do it. You can turn the block horizontally. Most of you are going to say, enough, I'm good right here. And that's where you should stay. We'll stay for a breath or two longer. Belly expands on the inhale. It softens back down on the exhale. You might even check it out. Bring your hand to your belly, breathe in. And breathe out. Then remove the block like magic. Bring your feet back together and you're going to feel your hips be a little bit more open. A little bit more open. It's called block magic. Then we're going to come down onto our backs. You might have a blanket by your side. Bring your strap and come on down for bridge prep pose. Good place again. This is a place to practice your breath. You can bring your knees together and your feet outwards. So the feet are wider, but the knees are supporting each other as they come in towards each other. Then you could have one hand or both hands on your belly here. Breathe in. Belly's expanding first. Breathe out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose. No rushing, at your pace. If you can get the breath to 3 or 4 or 5 counts, that would be awesome. But I don't want you to stress about everything at once. So I'll count it just so you can think about it or contemplate it. So we're going to breathe in for 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale in, belly expands. 2, 3, 4. Exhale out, belly softens back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling and exhaling. Go back to bridge prep pose. Allow your arms to be down by your side. Push down through the left foot. Inhale, lift your right foot up. Exhale, lower it. Press down through the right. Inhale, lift the left and lower it. Walk in place in bridge prep pose a few times. Inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhaling. You can pull the knee in more towards you, or it may just lift a little bit. So you can pull it in and release it down and in and release it down. It might come an inch or two off the earth, or knee is towards your chest. Even it up. Both feet are down. Bring your right knee in towards you. Give it a hug. Pull the knee towards your right shoulder. Make a footprint, flexed foot with your right foot, and start to angle the footprint up towards the sky. Then we're going to push up and pulse the foot up and down. Pulse the footprint up towards the sky. Exhale, pull it down. You can use your hands to help pull it in. Press up, pull down. Next time, straighten your leg to the best of your ability. Remember, you're stretching. So strap is around foot, perhaps, as you press the foot upwards. The leg may not straighten all the way, and that is absolutely okay. With your strap around your arch, press the strap into the arch of your foot and then push the arch up towards the sky. So you're going to feel a stretch under your foot, which is awesome. It's so good for you. So good for your foot. Breathe in, feel length behind the leg. Breathe out. Now let's let the leg drop over towards the left a little bit. You're going to feel sensation on the outside of the right leg. Say, I love sensation. Breathe in, drink in sensation. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in, sensation. With a smile, an inner smile on your face and in the middle of your heart. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, leg rises. We're going to release the strap and slowly lower the leg down. If your lower back starts to hurt you, bend the knee back in towards you. So exhale, we start to lower. We're pushing the ribs down towards the mat. And you can bend the knee towards you, give it a hug. Maybe lift it up again towards the sky, lengthen it out. As soon as you feel any lower back pain, you pull the knee back in towards you. And we'll keep that knee in towards us the next time you pull it in, and then lengthen the left leg away from you, push the heel away. Breathe in and breathe out. If you're not getting enough, you probably are, but if you're not, you can take your hands behind the thigh and lift the right foot towards the sky, or keep bending the knee in towards your shoulder. Probably plenty. It's probably plenty, right? Let's switch it up. So place both feet down. We are in bridge prep pose. Arms are down by your side. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Remember, we're not tilting the head back. We want the ears to be out about level with our shoulders. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lift the hips up. Not so high that you're feeling jarring in the front of your body or lower back, but you're feeling a lifting, and you might walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit. back of the head is gently pressing into the mat. You feel it touching, but the back of your neck has space in between it and the floor. Exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Sense your feet pressing into the mat. Exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Let your hips sway to the right, back to center, sway to the left, back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you push down through the right heel, but lift the foot up. And then push the heel down and notice that you'll feel contraction behind your right hamstring. Lower the toes down. Inhale, other side. Push down through the left heel, lift the foot up. Maybe spread the toes. Remember, we can't see them. You'll feel some activation in your hamstring. Lower the foot down. Lower the hips down. That was a long time. That was a long time. Let's bring the left knee in towards us. Give it a hug in. And then perhaps lengthen the right leg away. So we're feeling a stretch here. You might press your footprint up towards the sky. Now, if this is too much, you bend the knee back in. We're not looking for back pain. What are we looking for here? We're looking for a stretch. When the footprint is up towards the sky, you might feel a stretch underneath the thigh here. That's probably where you're going to feel it. You can lengthen the leg out, but if you get lower back pain, then bend it back in, or if it feels like too much of a stretch, bend it back in. Then we might take our hands behind the left hamstring as we press the footprint up towards the sky. That doesn't mean the leg is straightening all the way. And give it a good push in. You're pushing your hamstrings, touch your hamstrings, press them in towards the skin, in towards the bone as you lengthen the heel up. Then we gently lower the leg. If our lower back starts to creep up, pull the knee back in. Do this a few times. So as your leg goes down, you're pushing your rib cage down, then pull the knee back in. One more time, just because it's so fun. Reach out, pull it in, grab both knees in towards you, give yourself a humongous hug, and roll right and left and right. Massage the spine. Massage the spine. And then our last trick will be a spinal twist, which we also can get a hip opener. So we start in bridge prep, and then lengthen the right leg, keep the left knee in towards you, and let it fall to the right. And then you can open up your arms into a T or goalposts. Now, if you don't like that, you can bend both knees and go for the traditional twist. You're still going to feel perhaps an opening right here in the outer hip, and you're going to get a nice opening across the chest. You might pick up the bottom shoulder, the right shoulder, and then just make a little adjustment so that your body feels comfortable, but yet opening and twisting in this pose. You can also turn your head the opposite way of your knees. So my knees are going right and I'm gazing left. Then practice your breath. Anywhere 5 to 10 breaths. Breathing in and out through the nose. You can feel your belly expanding in a twist, but you're also going to feel some resistance because it's kind of locked in a twist. There's this twisting action. Your organs are twisting, so it's not going to feel as full as when you're not in a twisted position. Breathe in and breathe out, and then switch and do the twist on the other side. So either one, where both knees are going to the left, or your left leg is long and your right knee is falling to the left. Whichever twist you prefer. Whichever twist you prefer. Choose it. Place your body in it. And then breathe. We're back to breathing. Always, always, always returning again and again to the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine each time you're breathing in that you're breathing in this big smile into your body. And each time you breathe out, you're smiling. So breathe in. There's a big smile across your chest. And you breathe out and you release any tension in your jaw. There's actually studies that show that smiling helps to relax and calm our nervous system. It does affect our mood. Find your final resting pose. You might have your feet on the chair. You might have your feet up on pillows or bolsters. You might be in traditional resting pose, which is Shavasana, a relaxation pose. It's getting a little chillier. I told my hubby to put the heat on in the house. And it's been like waking up to a cold house. You might put a bolster underneath your knees, which is nice for your back. And this is a great place again to focus on your breath. But when we're in relaxation pose, we're focusing on the breath, but we're also softening and releasing control of it. So you're no longer trying to lengthen it or even it out. You let it relax. And of course, we do want that breath in and out through the nose. And you might have your hands on your belly just to kind of check out if the belly is expanding, or you might have them relaxing down by your side. You might have a little blanket under your head, not too much, but a little bit, because that's comfortable for you. We still want to keep a nice posture lying down so that the neck has a curve in it. So it might look like this, letting the legs just hang and flap open, as well as the lower leg and the knees and the thighs and the spine, and the arms and the head. So Shavasana is that pose where we relax the nervous system. It's a great place to practice the breathing and to notice how the body responds to a relaxed breath. This is after you've been moving. We've been practicing together for about an hour, and now you absorb that movement and that breathing, and you feel the effects of it. Yesterday, we had our first in-person class, and one of the students said she felt like tingling and liveliness running through her body, which I thought was a great descriptor. She said she felt her legs were stronger, and she just felt this liveliness in her body. So I think that's so cool about the practice. Notice what you feel. Stay as long as you want in your resting pose. Don't cheat yourself with a resting pose. It's the most important. And this class is right before our weekend's beginning. I'll bring our palms in front of my heart as we express gratitude for this community, for coming together to support each other in our practice, to share the gifts of this ancient yoga, brought to you in modern times through Zoom, right? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here for any questions. Practice that, what we did in the beginning with the towel, and let me know how it is for you. And I'll be happy to show you again if you'd like, since I cut myself off a little bit while presenting. Thank you for pointing out, if you're still on, that I was walking too much forward.
Thank you, Mindy. Namaste. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste, Mindy. Well done.
Thank you. Good to hear you, Ed. I love hearing your voice.
Good to be heard. Glad to be back.
Namaste, Mindy and everybody.
Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, you
Thanks
guys
so much.
have a good one. Bye-bye.